Dolly Parton, America's sweetheart and country music's bedazzled icon, has spent decades charming the world with her Southern angel persona. But what if we told you that behind that dazzling smile lies a trail of tension, betrayal, and legendary feuds? While she praises her peers in public, behind the scenes there have been slammed doors and bitter words. One singer swore they'd never work with her again, another tried to exploit her biggest hit, and a legendary radio host nearly pushed her to a lawsuit. Today on Royal Time of Hollywood, we finally pull back the curtain on the 5 people Dolly Parton couldn't stand working with, and why some of those wounds are still wide open. You'll never see the Queen of Country the same way again. 1. Porter Wagoner, the mentor who became a jailer. Before Dolly was a global superstar, Porter Wagoner was the king of the road. In 1967, he gave a young Dolly her big break on The Porter Wagoner Show. On camera, they were the perfect duo. Behind the scenes, Porter was a traditionalist who demanded total control. He managed her appearances, chose her songs, and, most significantly, refused to see her as an equal. By 1974, Dolly was a superstar in her own right and needed her freedom. She famously wrote, "I will always love you," as a farewell to him. But Porter didn't go quietly. 5 years after she left, he sued her for $3 million, claiming breach of contract. Dolly was devastated by the betrayal, but settled out of court to buy her freedom. Though they reconciled shortly before his death in 2007, the death match between Dolly's ambition and Porter's ego remains one of the messiest chapters in country music history. 2. Linda Ronstadt, the perfectionist versus the pro. When Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris formed the trio, fans thought they were witnessing a musical sisterhood. Their 1987 album was a masterpiece, but the recording sessions were a battlefield of work ethics. Dolly, a one-and-done singer, grew frustrated with Linda's intense perfectionism. Linda would spend hours on a single vocal line that Dolly felt was already perfect. The tension simmered for years. Linda eventually went public, slamming Dolly in interviews for being unreliable and flaky during their second project. She claimed Dolly would cancel plans or show up late, prioritizing her solo career over the group. Linda reportedly vowed never to work with Dolly again, feeling that the professional friction had spoiled the joy of the collaboration. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out the other stories and shocking updates on our channel. We've covered many incredible celebrity journeys, tragic endings, and untold Hollywood secrets that you don't want to miss. Binge watch our previous videos to discover more surprising facts, emotional stories, and where your favorite stars are today. Your support helps us bring you more powerful content like this, so don't forget to explore, watch more, and stay tuned for the next video. 3. Elvis Presley, the king who wanted too much. It's the greatest what if in music. Elvis Presley loved "I Will Always Love You" and desperately wanted to record it. Dolly was flattered until the King's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, called with a demand. Elvis wouldn't record anything unless he owned 50% of the publishing rights. For Dolly, this was an insult to her craft. She spent the night crying, but the next morning, she said no to the king. "I can't give you half of my publishing," she told the colonel. This created a lasting chill between Dolly and Elvis's camp. Dolly later admitted she didn't think Elvis ever fully forgave her for the refusal. While she respected him as an artist, she hated the predatory business tactics his team used, and she stood her ground, a move that eventually made her millions when Whitney Houston covered the track. 4. Howard Stern, the character assassin. In 2008, shock jock Howard Stern did something that pushed even the patient Dolly Parton to her limit. His team edited clips from Dolly's audiobook to create a fake interview where it sounded like she was saying vulgar, racist, and disgusting things about her friends and her own body. Dolly was horrified. She issued a rare public statement saying she had never been so shocked, hurt, and humiliated. She even threatened legal action, something she almost never does. She called Stern's stunt vile and tasteless. Although she eventually appeared on his show in 2023 to promote her Rockstar album, the 15-year silence spoke volumes. She took the high road for her career, but the memory of that character assassination remains a dark spot in her heart. 5. Jeff Tweedy, the indie critic. Dolly is usually untouchable, but Jeff Tweedy of the band Wilco publicly took a swing at her songwriting. In an interview, Tweedy criticized the quality of her lyrics, calling them superficial compared to other songwriters. He suggested that Dolly's success was more about her big personality than the depth of her music. Tweedy even went as far as to say that after writing Jolene, she should have just stopped. Reports from the Nashville Circle indicated that Dolly was aware of these comments and deeply unamused. As someone who writes from the heart and has used her music to survive poverty, hearing a fellow musician dismiss her life's work as shallow was a slap in the face. Dolly has never publicly retaliated, but her legendary status and 3,000+ songs have effectively silenced the critique. The smartest businesswoman in the room. Don't let the rhinestones and the backwoods Barbie persona fool you. Dolly Parton is one of the sharpest business minds in the world. From building Dollywood to boost the economy of her struggling hometown to owning her entire music catalog, she has fought off those who tried to control or underestimate her. She may be the queen of kindness, but she is also a woman of steel. She remembers every feud, every slight, and every person who thought they could dim her shine. She chose to lead with grace, but she never forgot the battle scars. What do you think? Which of these feuds surprised you the most? Do you think Dolly was right to turn down Elvis, or should she have shared the glory? Let us know in the comments below. If you loved this deep dive into the hidden side of Nashville, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon here at Royal Time of Hollywood.